Welcome back. It's already been a very busy season at the Dorothy Quincy Homestead here in Quincy, but it's not over yet. So Paula Pierce is here to tell us what's next. Good to see you again, Paula.
Good to see you. Good. Well, thank you for having me back again.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah, the homestead is, I like to call it, it's kind of a hidden gem.
It's a hidden gem.
It is, yeah.
You know, many years ago it wasn't open for the public, and now we used to be open 2 days, every other Saturday from 11 to 2. And now we are going to, as of July 1st, we're going to Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 2.
That's amazing.
Which is phenomenal.
Yeah, first time, right?
First time, and we are handicapped accessible.
Yes.
DCR has provided a handicap ramp, and the first floor is, throughout the first floor is handicap accessible.
Yeah, it's a good point. It's owned by the state, right?
It's owned by the state, and the National Society of Colonial Dames of America, Boston, actually has a 10-year lease on it. It goes back way, way back. They
Yes.
keep on renewing it.
Yeah.
The Dames are responsible for the inside the house, for all the artifacts that we have, and they do a great job in managing it.
The stewards, basically, right?
They're stewards,
Yeah.
yep, and DCI takes care of the grounds,
Yeah.
and we have Rebecca, who's wonderful, who takes care of the gardens. For many, I think over 40 years, Rebecca has
that right?
taken care of those gardens. On Fridays, we actually have master gardeners to come in, and they help her with the gardens, and they're actually beautiful this
Yeah.
year. So
For newcomers, just a real brief history, if you could, about the Dorothy Quincy Homestead.
the house represents 300 years of American architect for both colonial, Georgiana, and Victoria designed. Edmund de Quincy owned over 700 acres back then, and which is now back in 1630. It went down to Wollaston Beach. And now it has 1 acres today. Back in May 1904, the land was transferred to the Dames for $9,000, and then in July 1904, it was transferred to DCR for $4,500.
So really, I mean, you know, the city, of course, as you know, is celebrating its 400th anniversary as a settlement, 1625. Dorothy Quincy House was built only 5 years later, the original part, right?
Original house,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes. And then throughout the years, it has gone through different renovation stages. We're going to be getting 3 paintings of Peter Butler, who leased the property back then, I think, from Ebenezer Woodward, when Dr. Woodward owned it. So it's, you know, it has a lot of history in it. And those are going to go into the new visitor center. That was a donation from the Butler family.
I didn't realize there was a visitors center at the homestead.
We now have a visitor center. This is our second year having it.
Okay. Right at the homestead?
Right at the homestead. Okay. It's in the Peter Butler study. A handicap ramp goes up to that. We have handicap bathrooms now, all due to the thanks to the city of Quincy. For giving us a grant for those.
The community preservation
grant, you know.
Super, yeah.
They have been the homestead's been so fortunate to have those grants. This year we received a grant from City Quincy Art Council for $3,000, and then we just heard that we're getting a grant from the preservation for, I'm going to remember, $130,000 to rebuild the shed, to put a new roof on it, to de-lead it, and to basically update it.
Yeah.
And then we also got $80,000 to put the wheels back on John Hancock's shed.
Yes.
I mean, John Hancock's carriage.
His chariot. Yes.
And it's the original company that actually restored it back when, I'm not too sure. But they were actually doing the restoration on the, putting the wheels on the chariot, and it's gone for the summer. I thought it was going to stay for the summer, but now it's already gone to Middleborough to have its wheels put on.
Okay, so there'll be a grand opening of the chariot, I
Oh,
suppose.
there'll be, yes. And we're so excited about both having the shed done and having the wheels put on the chariot. So it's kind of nice. And DCR is actually putting in a permanent ramp along with digging up the whole driveway and putting brand new driveway in at the homestead. And before they can do that, there is actually archaeological dig going on now for the next 2 weeks at the homestead. Historic New England wanted that done prior to us digging up the driveway.
I see. Okay.
So this is all being funded by DCR, which is great.
So
And
if they find anything of historic significance, will that be put on display?
they'll be put on display to see what DCR wanted to do. We did do a program last time, I mean, it was 3 years ago, where we had a program at the Quincy Historical Society.
Sure.
So we're looking forward, seeing what we'll find.
Yeah.
Maybe some gravestones. Who knows?
Well, you never know. I mean, it's almost 400 years of
Years
history,
ago,
right?
you never know.
So really, the chariot, Paula, will be like a museum piece almost, right, at that point?
I think it is now, but
Yeah.
it's going to be probably the best-looking chariot from in New England.
Yeah.
And you look at it today before the wheels put on it, and I'm like, John Hancock wouldn't ride in something like that. So which is very exciting.
Yes, yes.
So,
well, it's, first governor of Massachusetts, right?
first governor of Massachusetts, and he might have driven down to Connecticut where John and Dorothy got married in that same
In
chariot.
that same chariot, yeah.
We don't know, but it could have happened.
Okay.
And this year, there's a special event we're working on to celebrate the 250 wedding anniversary of John and Dorothy on August 28th. So, which is really great.
Right at the homestead.
Right at the homestead.
Okay, very good. As I mentioned, you've already had a couple of events take place, but there's much more to come.
Oh, much more to come.
Yes, yes.
So
beginning this Saturday, actually, right?
This Saturday, we have the Colonial Printer coming.
Yeah, I think
he's
we have
come
an image
back,
of that, actually.
He's come back. This is, I think, his 3rd year. I had him. He's a big draw.
There he is.
Here he is. He does a wonderful job showing. He does have some of his prints available.
Okay, so this is Andrew Volpe.
Andrew Volpe,
Okay.
yeah. I believe he's down by Park Street in Boston.
Okay.
And with July 5th, all that is the Colonial chocolate maker. Big draw,
For all you sweet
delicious
tooths.
chocolate.
Yes.
He sells his chocolate, and he's a fabulous guy. This is his 2nd year.
Yep.
Hopefully it won't rain. Last year it poured.
Oh, goodness,
And we
no.
did it inside, but now since we have if it rains or it's too hot, I
he
can
is under
stick
the
him
tent there.
I can stick him in the shed
Okay.
where the chariot was. So
This is pewter pot fine spiced chocolate.
there he is.
Yep.
Really phenomenal. He's been at Sturbridge Village and many places across New England.
Okay. And you get to sample the chocolates, I'm guessing?
Sample the chocolates. He has a fabulous hot chocolate mix, and he has maybe 20 different types of chocolates.
Fun. Okay.
Bars. So he'll be selling those, and hey, come down for some chocolate.
July 5th, so it's a big weekend for sure.
Big weekend
Yeah,
for
okay.
that. My next one is July 26th, and we have Living History at the Quincy Homestead.
Yes.
Well, I'm finally getting my dream. I'm going to have muskets being fired at the homestead.
Yikes.
And living history with reenactors and doing demonstrations, fashion show. It'd be a wonderful event.
This is Colonial Bailey's 2nd Massachusetts Regiment.
Regiment,
Okay.
yes.
And they
They
are-
have been. I've seen them down at the Alden House.
Oh, okay. Yep.
They do Alden Days down there, so
Very
which
nice.
is fabulous. The next thing I have is August 9th, which is a blacksmith in Colonial Taylor. The Colonial Taylor was here a couple years ago, and the blacksmith is brand new. I saw the blacksmith down again at the Aldens. He was doing the demonstration.
Dean Rance.
Yes.
See him there?
There he is.
So does he have an actual forge that he brings?
Yep.
Really? Okay.
And he actually does his thing.
Makes some metal work right
Makes
there.
the metal work. Again, I mean, I think he sells some things too.
Neat.
So, neat. In the Colonial Taylor, Francis Cook, I think it's Henry Cook from Randolph.
Sure.
he does a lot of outfitting for these regiments that go out, and does their clothing, and he will also be there that day. August 16th is Colonial Candle making. And that will be, I found this gentleman out of Sturbridge making candles, and he'll be doing a demonstration on making candles and probably selling them, which is great.
This is Chandler Joshua Dumit.
Yes. August 23rd is Colonial Weaver. We'll Zoe back. Zoe's probably the fourth time she's been at the homestead.
Okay. We don't have an image of her, unfortunately.
No, I don't have an image of Zoe, which is really phenomenal. Let's see.
So these are all interactive demonstrations.
Interactive demonstration, yes, yeah. And in fact, the printer will have
in the day.
Yeah. The printer will have, he'll show you how to make a print on the Colonial printing press, which is phenomenal.
And these are free. There's no admission, right?
Oh, well, yeah, the homestead asks for $10 per admission, $10 donation per person to be at the, to have a tour of the homestead.
Sure.
And that's how we, the cost of hiring docents to do the program.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Some of the students are getting involved this year.
We have students. Bob Damon, City of Quincy historian, has worked with both high schools in getting us student docents for the year. They come, they help out, they listen to the tours, they get to do tours themselves, which is phenomenal. Right now we have 3 for the Saturdays, and then we have, Bob I think is getting us 3 more to be during the week.
Very good.
When the homestead is opening. So, which is phenomenal. We got these grants so that I could open the homestead.
Well, it really makes it much more accessible, for folks who might not be able to make it during the weekends to come during the week.
Right. And we're just a short walk from Quincy Square.
Right.
We're a short walk up to Peacefield with the Adamses.
Yes.
And it's people enjoy hearing about the history. It's a hidden gem.
It really is.
So I'm trying to get it out there.
We're trying to unmask it.
Unmask it as much as I can.
Right.
I'd also like to thank the Carpentry Department of Quincy High School for building 2 benches for our gardens.
Yes.
They're beautiful. And, I go looking for things. I really love looking for things. But the hours at the homestead are every Saturday from 11 to 2, starting July 1st. And we will be, starting July 1st, will be open Tuesday through Saturday.
11 to 2?
11 to 2.
Okay.
Yes. That's something new. We're going to try it.
So that's historic in itself, really, to be open during the week.
Oh, she's never been open during the week.
Yeah, right.
Right. And if you're lucky, Rebecca, who is our gardener, will be playing the spinet that's there during the tours.
Okay.
So it's, all in all, it's we try to make it enjoyable for people coming through.
I'm guessing there are many volunteer opportunities, Paula, at the Dorothy Quincy Homestead.
There's plenty of opportunities.
Yeah.
I'm always looking for docents, and I'm always looking for greeters. Just to welcome people through the property. It's very easy, or if we're having a special function, to guide the people to the correct area.
Is there a training process that takes place for volunteers?
There is.
Yeah.
We did one earlier in the year where one of our high school students, he's not a high school student anymore, he's at Boston University, and he took care of training anybody new that wanted to come to learn about the homestead and volunteer.
John Thomas, right?
John Thomas, yes.
He's been a guest on this program, and he volunteers here at QATV as well.
Yeah, John Thomas is and he's going to be the head guy doing the tours on Tuesday through Friday.
Oh, very good.
And he does a wonderful, wonderful job. To hear him talk about Judge Sewell, who was a Salem witch trial judge, is phenomenal. And hearing about the Quincy's living in the house through all those years. And I'll give you, when you do a tour, don't lick the wallpaper in the living room. It has arsenic in it.
Okay.
So you got, I mean, the wallpapers are all really, they were maintained through the years.
Yeah, so it's
and
original?
It's original.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Original wallpaper, but we tell them, don't look the wallpaper.
Okay. All right. Good to know.
It has, the green is arsenic, so that's one of the funniest things. And we'll show different things like the eel rake, where we know that the Adams actually went out to Black's Creek.
Yeah.
They fished for the eel, they smoked it, and they served it to the Adamses.
Okay.
Okay. Another great story is where Furnace Brook Parkway got its name. And a lot of people come through the homestead of Quincy residents, and they
course.
don't realize it.
Yes.
But there was a furnace up in West Quincy that took water from the Blue Hills, and that's how it got its name, Furnace Brook.
Sure.
So I always quiz people if they know
Very
that.
good.
They know that.
A couple of different places to get information, discoverquincy.com, and also the Dames website
Yep.
as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
The website, which is really good.
Okay. And they can
We
reach out
usually
to
have
you.
a board, a sandwich board out at the Discover Quincy location on the days that we're open
Okay.
to generate people to come down to the homestead. And the Parks Department is wonderful too, because when they sell out, they said, oh, you have time to kill between tours, go, take a walk head over down to the homestead.
Super. Yeah.
Which is, it's great how the city of Quincy is supporting everything.
That's great to hear. Paula, always appreciate the opportunity to talk to you and learn about the homestead. Hopefully we've shed some light on it for folks.
I hope so.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.